This is Keep Stream Skip, which I believe is our 15th episode and final for season 1.
Woo!
It's January 4th, 2025. I almost said...
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's our final episode of the season.
Oh.
And then there will be season 2 like
Yay!
3 weeks. Something like that. Where we'll be doing a winter episode. So I'm excited for that one too. All right. So for those of you who are just joining us for some reason on our season ender, where we review all the season 1 like videos and movies and try to figure out which ones we like and didn't like, go back and check out our stuff. Don't start with this one. That's a little weird, but you do you, I guess.
Yeah, or unless you want to start off with this one and then go back to the ones that we said were good or bad, and then debate us on our comment section.
Yeah, on the comment section somewhere.
Yeah.
Just don't call me personally.
Okay, personally.
Wow.
My dad jokes are superior.
All right. So this is our first ever, I guess you could say, KISS Awards, KSS for Keep Stream Skip. By the way, my name is Nick.
Samantha.
Juliana.
And we're the
Keep
Stream
Skip.
There we go.
We just came up with that.
As you can tell, this had zero planning behind it.
We're all from an improv group. This is just one long joke where we started out with, what are we doing? You're podcasters. And no one told us to stop. We just kept going.
We just kept going.
Help
no,
us.
Plenty of people told us to stop.
We ignore those messages.
Yep.
Can't listen to them haters.
That's right. We won't be bullied. Right, cool cat? That's right.
Shut your dirty mouth.
We'll talk about you later.
Yeah, get out of here.
Oh, what I win?
I'm going to kick him. Hold me back. Hold me back.
That's why you're all the way on that side of the desk.
Dang it.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
We're going to be introducing video starting season 2. We're trialing out this sitting position to see if it works out. And so far, not too bad.
So far, yeah. Very good.
All right. He's demure.
Very demure. Very cutesy.
Very mindful.
Very mindful.
All right. So do we want to... I never got that question answered, huh? We should start out with. We're doing the program on the fly.
Yeah.
Let's go with fun facts.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact.
All right. Who wants to start with fun fact? What your favorite fun fact from your reviews?
I'll go.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, because I feel like Nick's not going to like it. So Can you guess already which one it is? It is from High School Musical 2. I still find it incredibly fun that it is the highest watched, reviewed Disney Channel original production to this date. And it came out, like 2011 or something like that?
That's a good fun fact.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because they've come out with some really popular stuff nowadays. So, I don't know. That's pretty fun.
A good one.
That's neat, Juliana. I appreciate
Tom Savini.
I appreciate that fun fact. Actually, that is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So with mine, it was from Last House on the Left, where they got Harry Chapman's brother to write the music along with one of the actors, the main guy who played Krug. And for those of you who don't know, Harry Chapman wrote the song Cats in the Cradle.
Cats in the cradle and the silver spoon.
Yeah.
The apple falls very far from the tree.
Sure. But yeah, Stephen Chapman was was a student of Craven's when he was still teaching. And then he's just like, hey, you want to help David Hess do this? And David Hess is the guy who plays the main bad guy. So they're making music for this thing. And if you've ever seen this film, it's, synthesizer here, folksy music there.
No real.
Yeah. I felt like, have you ever played Left 4 Dead? You know, like the banjo. Bang, bang,
Yeah,
bang,
yeah,
bang, bang. That's what it felt like listening to.
Here's the sheriff right after that rape scene. What is going on? It was so traumatic, and now we have, you can't get on here. I got too many chickens.
The fucking chickens.
Yeah.
That was the traumatic. Oh, and then we lead into Lisa. No. That's why it's so traumatic for her.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Oh my God. All right. So my fun fact was from Abigail that the characters made their own backstories. And I thought it was really cool because they got to embody their characters. And I still enjoyed that because not a lot of directors are like that. They're like, here's your backstory, work with it kind of thing.
Right.
So I thought that was my best fun fact was that. And that would be cool if I was ever in a movie to create my own backstory.
Yeah, that is fun.
It's a very good fun fact. Very good.
Very fun.
It's my public broadcasting voice. That was very good, Samantha. Thank you.
Sweaty balls.
Yeah. No one can resist my sweaty balls.
All right. Was that a quote from a movie? Because we should do those next.
Hey,
Oh, okay, there we go.
Good.
At first I was like, am I being admonished? What did I do?
Is that even a quote from a fucking movie? Nick?
Yeah, I was
Then
like,
don't say it.
Because we should
turned
do
in,
it.
she's serious right now. What's going on?
That's so good.
So, all right. So what's your quotable movie?
All right. So, of course, like every episode, I'm like baby catting it, like meow, meow. You know, but the one that I really quote the most outside of the podcast is "Gobble gobble, motherfucker" from Thanksgiving, and I really do. And if you ever know me,
It's
I'm
true.
always like that. Even like during like Easter, "Gobble gobble, motherfucker."
It's really true. She says it to our students.
No.
I don't say that. Not the
Just
fucker
kidding.
part.
Just that one kid who looks like the redneck character or something. You just look at him like, gobble, gobble, motherfucker. And then you just turn his test down and place it on his desk. Has like a little turkey, like, great job.
A little turkey sticker.
It's March. It's March. Why do I have a turkey?
Keeping you on your toes, kid.
The spirit of Thanksgiving never goes away.
Hark.
Which leads
Which leads, to definitely my most quotable film, The Lighthouse. The amount of times hark is used in my daily vocabulary nowadays, or just anything like woof.
Be bad luck killing a seabird.
Seabird.
Oh, you want to talk about
Don't forget
the
wolf.
seabird?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
you just found out?
Yeah, so something that we should have kind of brought up, the seagull was a trained seagull that was named what was
Sully.
it? Sully the
Sully.
Seabird or Sully Seabird.
Best supporting actor.
And like it's an unaccredited actor.
Yeah.
So, but I said lighthouse too because especially the wolf.
Yeah, the
Like,
wolf.
bark like a dog.
Like a dog.
Woof.
Woof.
Aw.
And then spill your beans and
Spilled a bean.
Oh, yeah, you say that a lot.
spill your beans.
Randomly, like even when we have sex.
Yeah.
Spill your bean.
That's my way of saying it's gonna get really NSFW. Are you close to spilling your beans? I'm close. And that's how you make cream of navy bean.
I'm sorry, I said something.
I know, this is your fault. We finally went there.
The funny thing is I was thinking the same thing, but you said it first.
Damn it. Oh.
So most quotable movie, The Lighthouse,
The Lighthouse, for sure.
works during sex.
Stop. Bark like a dog.
Woof. Woof. And then start reciting Poseidon. What was it? Poseidon's or
It was no, he was Proteus.
Proteus. Start reciting Proteus right now.
Don't blink for 2 solid minutes.
Fun times.
Moving on.
Moving on.
I need a break.
We'll be right back after these cool cat messages.
No! I'm even more traumatized.
All right, so should we get into the LGBTQ plus adjacent movies?
Yeah, because we don't. That's got to be a hyper specific category. It has to be adjacent. The main characters have to not be actually gay in any way, shape, or form. They have to be cis, heteronormative, but everybody else can be gay. So gay adjacent. It'd be like Brokeback Mountain, but you're on the View of the Wives. Where's he at all the time camping with him? I don't know, Sheila, but god damn it.
Thank you for clearing that up for us.
Yeah. Let's get some representation in here, Nick.
We'll have to think about that more for season 2, where they're not gay adjacent. It's like literally that's the main character.
Yeah, we went to.
I think the problem is there's not many films just in general like that. I mean, of this season, we watched one.
Oh yeah,
where the main character was
and
gay.
That was Baby Cat.
That was Baby Cat.
No, two.
Well, no,
Blue
actually
Belt.
two. Blue Belt.
Yeah.
Blue Belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say if I was going to give an award for most most and best representation, where it's everything is normalized, which is the key, I would go with Blue Belt.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a factor of anything. It was just this is normal.
Yeah.
Well,
which it should be.
And see, I picked Mixed Nuts because of they were just so accepting, and the main character, he was struggling with things, and I'm sure people have felt that way where they're struggling with what's going on with them, where other people outside are like, oh, it's fine, like we're not even going to acknowledge that, you're dancing with a transgender woman, you're just dancing with a woman,
right?
That's a problem. It's not the girl that we wanted you to be with, kind of thing.
I thought you were going to say things killing, honestly.
Where?
For LGBTQIA.
Stop. Back it up. Incorrect.
Yeah, it's hyper not.
Hyper not. No.
I'm like, we will move
How many
on
times
from that.
did they drop the F slur in that film?
I think 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good.
Not great.
No.
Wait until you get Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, which was considered a kid's film.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Is that the one with Keanu Reeves?
Yep.
Oh, I've never
and
seen
both of them are hyper progressive actors. But at the time, that's how normalized
it was to use that language.
Yeah.
And Thanksgiving really has no excuse because it was like in 2000s that this was made.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Gosh, sorry. This conversation's reminding me of like some TV shows because I haven't seen a movie that normalizes it so well as certain like TV shows. Like Schitt's Creek does a really great job of just it's entirely normalized and there's like no problems. Everyone sees it as normal. Like the descriptions of like liking the label, not necessarily, or liking the wine, not the label kind of metaphor.
Yeah. That was freaking
genius.
Yeah. The way that was
on the head with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, my pick, I was thinking Mixed Nuts because I really loved Chris and the representation, especially in such an older film. I was also thinking Baby Cat or Blue Belt, but I went with the perks of being a wallflower.
Oh, yeah.
See, this was such a hard pick because of that.
Right.
Blue Belt, even though it was like the film was
right, the film itself wasn't great.
The representation was fantastic.
Right.
And then you had Mixed Nuts with that being back then. And I couldn't, honestly, I put down a bunch of question marks. I still can't really decide.
Right. I listed all 3 because I also couldn't decide. Everything else only has the one that I went with. This one was there's a lot to be said about the films that do include our LGBT community.
Yeah.
I mean, we also watched Saved, but I feel like that was very not done in a good way.
Right.
Either because, he was closeted and then, it was like, oh, okay. I can't remember what happened at the end, but I knew it wasn't.
Oh, well, he ended up going to a conversion place, but they were all gay, so they actually had a great time.
Oh yeah.
It didn't fully address problems with conversion places. It really addressed the overarching problem with evangelicalism and the the weaponization of Christianity. And so it ended up enveloping LGBTQIA issues.
Right.
But beyond that,
but not
not
solving or accepting it either.
Yeah,
See, and I think that's why I went with Perks, is because, even though it wasn't the main plot line, with why can't I think of Ezra Miller's character name at the moment?
Patrick.
Patrick.
Yep.
It was still such an important, and I don't know, at that moment in time, being gay kind of was, you're part of the wallflower community. At least when I was growing up too, it was more accepted. But I feel like a lot of my friends who are a part of that community we were all wallflowers in a way. And I liked the support that movie gave towards that community. Yeah,
it was really
Love
good.
Patrick. Yeah, that movie was great.
That's why I want to just strangle Ezra Miller, because he's such a fantastic actor, and he's just flushing.
And he's just, I think, I thought they went by they them now. Ezra, I don't know.
Oh, he does. They do.
Yes, I think so. Because I think when I was looking back through, I made a note next to their name saying they them. So I think when I looked it up, they go by they them now. I'm not entirely sure though.
Yeah, because I think he said he wanted.
Yeah, I get it.
It's hard to keep track. Sometimes
they may have wanted to go non-binary as well. I'm not 100%.
I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but they're in the news for a lot of things all the time, so I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Anniversals.
All right, so now should we get into our ratings, where we talk about the actors and actresses and supporting actors. So what should we?
Okay.
Should we start with the actors first?
Yeah. Why not? You mind if I go?
Go for it.
So for my best leading actor, I did Logan Lerman for Perks of Being a Wallflower for playing Charlie.
Yeah.
The emotional depth and the fact that you felt like you weren't watching an actor portray a character, you were watching a person go through their issues.
Yeah.
It's just I'm blown away, still blown away on how good he performed, and why the hell he didn't get an Oscar, or why wasn't Oscars being just showered all over this movie is
wild.
Yeah.
Right.
It in itself was kind of a wallflower film.
Yeah.
I think, and that's, God, because Logan Lerman is such a phenomenal actor. He hasn't been in something in a hot minute, though, if I'm right.
If I remember this movie being advertised, they advertised it really weird. Like, almost like...
Did they?
If I remember right, if I remember seeing... So, I'll have to look it up. I could be wrong, but I remember the biggest problem with Perks of Being a Wallflower is they presented it to be like, oh, here's this high school cool guy, and you're going to follow him being like a cool guy, and he's going to learn his lesson. And they were showing different spots of Ezra Miller's character Patrick, and then his character, and it didn't really present the drama and the layered nuances that you were going to get into at all. So I wonder if that also was a problem, because you're seeing the trailer, then you're on the Oscar committee, and then you watch the movie and you're like, wow, it wasn't that, but you had expectations.
Right. Going in.
Yeah.
Which can sometimes play in your favor and sometimes not. Because I always think of Cabin in the Woods. With the trailer being completely misleading, and that worked entirely in their favor. But I don't know. That movie deserved a lot more recognition. It still does, because Sam and I read the book, and it follows the book so well, especially Logan Lerman being able to capture Charlie so well. I think it helped that the writer and director were the same guy who wrote the book as well, but
a dream job. Yeah.
To think that they almost cast other people in that film than they did.
No,
I forgot who they were going to cast. I think it was oh my gosh, what's his name, who's in Holes?
Shia LaBeouf.
No,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
no.
that's, if I remember correctly, that they were going to cast Shia LaBeouf for that role.
I could see it, but I think he was too old looking at that point. Because Transformers before Perks was like how long?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I mean, like everybody was in their 20s anyway, playing
Right.
high schoolers.
Well, yeah, but they don't have that baby face thing going on. Like he has sort of, but he didn't really keep it. It kind of just drooped.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
The droop.
Yeah, I'm like, because
Yeah.
after Disturbia, I was like, nah, he's gonna have to start picking up more and more adult roles, which he did. I mean, you know,
Right.
All right,
He's just
so
an idiot.
who do you think best actor?
Oh, okay. I had a real struggle because I had two in mind from the same film. I was debating between Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. And, you know, I went back and forth a couple of times, but I think I went with Willem Dafoe because of the extra lengths that he went through in
The
that
farting?
film.
the farting. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna bring up.
Yep, the farting.
With your farts.
Yeah, the farting.
Quotable movie.
Yep, again.
What are you quoting? William Dafoe. Lighthouse.
Lighthouse. But I don't know. He both of them did such a good job, and I did want to shout out Robert Pattinson for breaking out of his, you know, iconic Twilight role and prove that he is a good actor. Who,
Right.
You know, just started in a role that he really hated as a twinkly little vampire. But I think Willem Dafoe really deserved it for that role.
He deserved it. Mm-hmm. Woof.
I put down Terry Kaiser for Weekend at Bernie's being Bernie.
Being dead the entire time.
Because
Yes.
as an actor,
That's right.
you want to respond to people, and like he literally had to not
Be dead.
and be dead and
That's so
pretend that he's
crazy.
dead. And like, you know, if somebody's picking him up, he had to literally like limp, you know, and it's
Yeah.
really hard. If you think about it, it's like really hard for like somebody else to take control of your body like that.
Right, without you automatically wanting to
Do it, or like facial expressions even. We watched a movie just the other night.
Yeah.
That
With that
like
riff tracks.
she like somebody got killed, and then you could obviously see the girl blinking.
Oh yeah. She's breathing. She's blinking. It was crazy. It's
And
called
yes, if you-
American Nightmare.
And if you think about it, yes, Bernie Lomax had his sunglasses on. However, they were not like what's it called, blackout sunglasses either.
No.
So you could like they were a little
Right.
bit transparent, so like you could even see. But he did such an amazing job as being like a dead person and like just embodying the role of a dead person that I was just like, oh,
That is such a good point.
He
Yeah.
even had the eye, like speaking of the sunglasses, I remember one of the scenes he had his eyes open like he was dead, like he should.
Yeah.
And still
You
kept it with
couldn't
a
tell. You
Yeah.
could not tell. Because I
Right.
think at one point when I was watching that with y'all, I had asked if they used like a body double. And even like in the water. Remember when he was being pulled by the boat or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh god.
And you were
a
like, oh yeah,
corpse.
no, that was an actual person. I don't know if that was Terry Kaiser, but still.
That
I
was
think
the
it
only
was
time they had a
partially.
stuntman, but
Oh,
he
okay.
broke like what did he do? He broke his collarbone.
yeah, he broke like many bones just doing that shit.
I'm going to credit that to him. Screw you, stunt double.
I think the only time that they used a dummy was when he like flew over the railing, but then
Oh,
like when
yeah.
he landed,
that was still
him,
right? Yeah, okay. That's
Like when he was
yeah.
getting buried by the sand, everything.
Everything is wild.
Mhm.
So cool. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right.
What is so best leading actress? I did Renee Russo for the
Ooh,
Thomas
for
Crown
Thomas Crown
Affair
Affair?
as
Ooh.
Catherine Banning.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
she's so good.
Strength, vulnerability, frustration, playful and actual,
Class.
class. Yeah, she just nobody else could play that role.
No.
I mean, Faye Dunaway did a great job in the past, but Renee Russo brought something to it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed for that one.
Yeah, very much so.
I chose Alicia Ware for Abigail, for being Abigail, the girl.
Oh, the little girl?
Because like she just had she was so young and she just knew how to like do the sweet innocent but also do the skinny
Vicious.
crawly like
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
Good
like,
pick.
oh look, I'm so sweet and innocent, but I'm gonna eat. It was just like amazing that she had that range at such a young age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not even like an adult.
Child actors nowadays are fucking wild.
Right.
Yeah. But that's awesome. agreed. She's great. I went with, and I'm going to butcher her name, Morjana Alaoui from Martyrs. Not Lucy. I don't remember why I can't remember her character name. But the the main girl.
The main girl, yeah.
She put something into that role that, oh my God, I couldn't imagine like coming out unscathed as an actress from that.
I got a not so fun fact later.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is it about that?
About the movie, yeah.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, she's just incredible. She did a really great job for such a difficult, like
Position.
mentally, I feel like difficult role to play.
I mean, we talked about the writer-director who was in a depressive state of like, yeah, I was thinking about suicide when writing this.
Right.
So really good picks. Really good picks.
Yeah.
That was tough because she was on my list too.
Was she? Yeah.
Yeah. I did supporting actor. I don't know if you guys.
I did also.
Okay, cool. So Ezra Miller, Perks of Being a Wallflower for Patrick, nailed it. He was so good as a supporting actor. I had to remember he was supporting. Damn it. Where's my producer? But yeah, they nailed it 100%. Showed the funny, showed the almost, I don't know, how do you act being like the funny one, but as a defense mechanism, and somehow he was able to do that.
That's so hard. It makes me think that I feel like Ezra Miller, as a person, has probably been in that role, like himself.
Yeah.
It makes me think that I don't, know his backstory or anything as a person, but I feel like he was kind of born to fit that role in a way. So maybe it comes in more naturally to him, but they did a good job.
I feel like it should be like a monitor where it just, as soon as you're talking about this one person, it shows their pronouns, shows everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Just a big TV right in front.
If you visit our Patreon and give us money, now.
We'll stop butchering pronouns.
Right, and we'll even have a translator. So those people that we can't say their names, like, because sometimes we get mixed up, because English language and all, we wouldn't even butcher them anymore because we would have something for that.
There you go.
Just hire somebody that's a professional, like
translator.
yeah, like
or speaker.
Pronuncier.
What do they call those people? There's a specific name for those people. It's like I can't think of it right now, but
ornithologist.
Intimacy coordinator.
Yes, intimacy coordinator.
Are you feeling all right? No, I'm kind of feeling fucked right now. You see this name I got to pronounce?
My best supporting actor was Joe Bird from Talk to Me. Because being a kid himself, and going through all of that, like, he did such a great job. I don't know. Yeah. What else is there to say?
Can you say?
He did a great job.
Great pick.
I chose Anthony LaPaglia from Mixed Nuts.
Makes sense.
I love it. Okay, why?
Because he was so without him there wasn't a lot of conflict. I mean, there was a lot of conflict with everything, but he kind of upped the ante a lot with that. And then on top of it, especially during some of the scenes, you were focused. I don't know. I remember talking about the vet scene when we were talking about it, and we were just so focused on him in the background because he was he was being dunked and stuff like that, but he was going along with it. He wasn't resisting. He was just all right, he probably was okay, let's fucking do this. And he just kind of committed to the role.
Speaking of improv, I feel like that if you told me that film was just a bunch of those actors improving, I would have believed it.
Just Rob Reiner, Anthony going in and out.
There's no script. Do something.
Yes.
Oh.
That's basically what was that Disney film that didn't have a script? Oh, Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just wrote it on the fly.
They just did it. And then, yeah.
Interesting. See, that's how a fun fact about Curb Your Enthusiasm. They just kind of have an outline of what they were supposed to do.
And then they just
improv it.
Dang.
So
that's so good. I don't know how people do that.
Which I've also heard that some of the characters don't get the whole entire outline.
Oh no.
So when
That's even better sometimes.
That's horrible, actually.
So something recently happened
I would
where
cry.
a person was escorted off a plane and somebody queued up the actual theme song for Curb Your Enthusiasm. So when they almost missed it, but as she got to like the third seat past them, all you hear is that song play, and then people started laughing because the whole procession of cops like just leading her off the plane.
That is so funny. We should take an improv class together.
I like that idea.
That'd be fun.
Gotta face my fear one day.
Oh, you want to do it in front of an audience?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Just in general.
Oh, all right.
no, you can just take those little classes like in front of like your peers or whatever.
You'd think I'd be all right at it because we play D&D, which is basically improv.
Yeah.
But I'm still like, no.
Yeah, we should. I would be down. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
All right. So
Best supporting actress?
yeah.
Betsy Palmer from Friday the 13th. And I know you might be like, well, wasn't she kind of the main person because she was going around killing people?
Stunt doubled the whole entire movie. Those hairy hands.
but like supporting because she gaslighted everybody kind of thing. So she was kind of the supporting actress.
Yeah. That's a good one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she was going around killing those people that were annoying.
We love that.
You know what? You just sub in every single time you hear her voice with, I need a new car. Since apparently that's why she did the film.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because she needed
Hey,
some
listen.
money, which is fine. I wish somebody would give me an acting role so I can
So
get
that
some
I
money.
could get a new car? Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That'd
All
be
right.
nice.
I also don't know if mine would be considered a supporting actress, but this is who I thought of. Emma Watson from
yeah.
Perks of Being a Wallflower. Like, I guess she could be, lead actress, but I kind of saw her role as more supportive to
I
Logan
agree.
Lerman's
Exactly.
actor. But I thought, like, especially as her first role outside of Harry Potter, like breaking, it's really difficult to break through that impression that people have of you.
Right.
So to completely
Do
break
like a
free from
180 and,
Hermione and do it well, and yeah, all of it just so well done.
So well done.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Good choice.
yeah.
I don't think.
No,
I was like, you know what? We've all been like, oh,
Yeah.
that is a good choice.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? Now it's going to come to a horrible choice.
Yeah.
well, that was my. That
now
was
introducing the worst choice.
no. Well, actually, she was my second. She almost was my first for supporting actress, and but I ended up going with Harumi Shuhama.
Oh, One Cut of the Dead.
One Cut
Yes.
of the Dead for
Yes.
now. With a
Is she Palm?
Yeah.
Yes.
and turning in like being so kind and nice, and then turning into an unholy terror
Oh my gosh,
that only her
so
husband knew about.
amazing.
That was the best.
Yes.
And
yes.
he's like, no, no actor. And the daughter's like, yes, but she wants to. No, you don't understand.
You don't know what she's like. Palm. All right, so let's get to director.
yeah.
All right, and I'll piggyback.
Should we do screenplay?
Okay,
Or director?
we can do screenplay. Let's do screenplay.
Yeah, it's okay. Screenplay.
Screenplay. All right.
Scream.
So who's gonna get this best screenplay kiss?
Oh, for
All right. So I had a kind of dilemma because I was like, at first I was like Perks, but then I was like, well, you know what? It goes like really close to the book. So was there really any difference between the book and the screenplay? So I actually went with Game Night because that the screenplayer or whoever was writing the writer. Why am I saying screenplayer? I think it was like
Screenplayer.
Mark Perez like literally took all these ideas for games, integrated into the movie, not like being the what's it called?
Like being so on the nose,
obvious.
like
Right,
it's
so
like
obvious.
sauce
It was
sitting there.
subtle.
Or
Yeah.
like very, very subtle with the different games. And like even today I was like, oh my gosh, they were playing this game. How could I not know that? So yeah, I feel like that was one of the best screenplays in my opinion.
Yeah. And it was a fun story. Like it was
Right.
it was unique and it had like a lot of fun aspects to it. 3 different storylines coming together.
Right, and they all kind of
The running
coincide,
jokes in that one.
You know, and like he was the only one who was credited to write that. And if he wrote that by himself, then there was a lot of things he had to think of by himself
Right.
in order for it to come together so cohesively.
So it's funny that you mentioned Perks of Being a Wallflower because that's actually what I picked. Because I thought Stephen Chbosky, I think that's how you say it. You know, he was not only the writer of the book, but also the writer of the movie. So being able to take your own literary masterpiece, because that's what it is, and turn it into a film and do it so seamlessly, and like he made all the choices of what was important to keep in the film, and I think he made brilliant choices, having read the book and then watched the movie. Would I have loved to see like a 4-hour film of just the entire book? Yes, but that's how I feel about most books in general.
Yeah, that's true.
I want the whole thing.
Don't leave anything out of a book.
Yes, but I think he did such a great job, and it has such an important message, like quite a few important messages about mental health and the LGBT community,
and he also
friendship
didn't leave things out like that were significant.
Right.
Like he left things out that didn't really even need to be in there.
Right. Agreed. Yeah. And like the subtlety, especially, as well as like the aunt, like the subtlety of that entire storyline being very clear at the end, but also like
because even in the book, when you were reading the book, it was very subtle.
It was very subtle. He just mentions her a few times. You're like, oh shit, that said that she died, and then you're like, oh no. Bad.
Yeah, and they, even with a smaller role like the aunt, the casting for that entire movie was impeccable.
Spot on.
Yeah, even the one that like played the aunt, you could see the innocence. You could see like, ooh, just because they look like this doesn't mean they can't be a predator.
Right.
So same thing. Screenplay was Perks of Being a Wallflower with Stephen Chbosky.
Why are you
Well, it's because I made that comment in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then you're both
and you're like the only one who didn't go with it.
Right.
But that's totally fine. I love Game Night. I think that's a great choice.
You've been the wild card choice, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love it. It brings new. That's the whole point of this,
I'm
right?
different.
The new perspective.
I'm different.
I feel like we all have different perspectives on something.
So this might be different from both of you. I did
Are we doing acting or direction?
Who? Huh? For what?
Which one?
director.
Oh, okay.
Director.
I was about to say it. I was about to say it.
Well,
So
say it first.
that-
Don't leave us in suspense.
Bad.
That's not what the audience wants.
Best director kiss goes to Shinichiro Ueda, or
One Cut of the Dead?
Shinichiro Ueda, yeah.
Yeah.
One Cut of the Dead. The fact that he had to keep all of that together
Oh, yeah.
and know that there's a 3-layer story here.
God, it was so good.
And what you see is what you see on the television first, and then what you see is what you see in how it was set up, and then you see what you see on how they did it. And it being about filming and film work and the art and preserving the art and working as a team and all the different personalities. Just awesome. Just amazing.
I actually went into a deep dive earlier when I was looking up some stuff, and the amount of people online that were like, I've never gone from hating a movie to absolutely adoring a movie, quite like One Cut of the Dead. Because, you watch it the first time and you're like, what the hell is this? Why was I suggested to watch this movie? Why is this like critically acclaimed? And then you're like, whoa, I see.
It's a roller coaster.
And I think the director is brilliant for that. That's a good choice.
I chose Pascal Laguerre from Martyrs. And I thought that was a great direction because of all the elements that had to, like, all the people had to be in their specific places in order for them, 1, not to get hurt at all, or 2, to just make it seem that they were just so like far gone, like especially like towards the end when she's sitting in that chair in the end, like that had to take some serious direction to one, keep her pumped to continue.
Yeah, oh my god.
Yeah.
And she had to trust the director enough to know that it's going to look good on the camera, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, because what we saw was the edited version.
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
I remember seeing the edited one or the unedited one, and yeah, it's way like the scenes where they lengthened them. It had much more of an impact. So even though overall I think the unedited one is only 6 or 10 minutes longer, it is to me more powerful in the sense that of like the torture that you have to go through and see.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And like even in the beginning scene when she's in the house, like mutilating everybody, like especially with the guy, the son or whatever at the table, like all that had to be coordinated. Like, you know.
Did you know? Did you know? Boom.
Wow. Sorry, I'm commenting on Toby.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
got very sleepy.
I'm trying to wake him up a little bit because I think the mics are picking him up.
That's cute.
All right, what about you?
Hey, buddy.
All right, I went with Robert Eggers for The Lighthouse. No surprise.
Good
I
stuff.
think every choice that he made in that film, like I know that he was very hard on Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe in a lot of scenes. It was like very specific, especially like with their accents. Like, no, I'm gonna go back. We're gonna go back. We're gonna stop. We're gonna do it 45% of this. Blah, blah, blah. Like he was crazy specific, but it worked so well.
He's a painter who is a director who's a writer.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
like that's
Yes. Absolutely.
that's how Robert Eggers is. And,
it's always
yeah.
artistic, and I always appreciate that kind of touch in a film.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant stuff.
I can't wait to. He did Nosferatu, right?
Yes.
Have you seen it yet?
No.
We were supposed to, but we haven't. So if you're ever down,
I'm always down because I really want to watch it, and I don't think anyone I know wants to watch it with me besides y'all.
oh,
So-
maybe today. I don't know.
There we go.
Anyways,
Anywho,
I was
Okay.
waiting for Samantha to say something. I was like,
I don't know what I was going to say. All right.
hmm.
Acting.
Wait, acting?
we already did acting.
Oh,
We did all the actings.
We did all the acting.
we did all the acting.
How about editing?
I'm at editing. Yes, that's what I have on my list.
Or editing or cinematography?
I just want to
or-
talk about acting again. No, just
Well,
kidding.
Keep
we'll,
going.
we'll go with editing.
Editing.
So, because I'm kind of going through the way we go through it on there. I
Oh,
guess.
are you? Oh,
Yeah,
Hey, look at that.
kind of messed that up a little bit. But okay, what are we doing?
Editing. Editing.
what are we doing?
Editing.
It's the espresso martini.
That espresso martini.
Apparently,
That
that's what I'll be
espresso
having to
martini.
do is editing
Hark.
on this episode, so we can get to the point.
Okay, editing. Talk to me.
Nice. Okay.
Because like it had to like cohesively go in there, and they had to like piece it together, and it wasn't like there wasn't any dead space either. There was always something to do, even like when she was sleeping, like it didn't even take that long for something to happen, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I know I've been watching some of those movies that are just like Paranormal Activity, where it takes like what 2.5 hours, 6 hours,
anything to
I don't know.
happen.
Night 10. Night 10.
Right, until something happens. So I thought Talk to Me was just like very on pace. It wasn't
Yes.
like Dead Space or anything like that.
Yeah. That's such a great one. Yeah.
For best editing kiss, I gave it to Shinichiro Ueda. One Cut of the Dead.
I was so debating him too. Yeah.
All the same reasons. He was
Yes.
directing, editing. I mean, this guy is after my own heart. He probably grabbed the camera too at certain points.
Oh yeah.
Done it, and I respect it.
It's a wild, especially all one shot, you know.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I was gonna give him. I was debating him for so many things. I was debating that movie for direction, for editing, for fucking screenplay, all of it. But I decided to give editor to the Thomas Crown Affair because I really appreciated the pacing and the way that film kind of also bamboozles you while watching it. Like it's two
Yeah.
different films while you're
Yeah.
watching it. It's a romance and it's the heist
It's a caper.
portion of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just really appreciated how it flowed. and I was engaged the entire time for both reasons. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I like-
really appreciate it too, especially some of those classic shots that would zoom in chop that they did
Yeah.
in the edit. I thought that was really neat because it was like a Harkin classic shot from the 60s, 70s that you'd see to cause more of a sudden drama or a feeling of drama. Very, very cool stuff. All right.
So cinematography?
Yeah.
I put One Cut of the Dead.
I was going
Yeah.
to say,
Because, like, for one, they had to think about, when they were doing the first, the whole continuous thing.
Right.
Two, they also had to think about the other camera while they're doing the whole continuous thing. To making sure that they're not getting the second half of the movie on the first half of the movie.
Right.
They just had to angle it so perfectly that it just,
yeah.
left it out kind of thing.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Right.
It makes me debate switching. But yes, it's so good. It's so good.
All right.
They deserve all the kisses.
What did you put down for the best cinematography kiss?
I went with Game Night.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I really
Okay.
liked the
car?
different types of shots that they use.
And
Like
the guy.
the car shots, like
it looks like the Game
the
of
three
Life.
separate whatever, the Game of Life shots, like I think it was just so unique to put into a comedy film, and I thought it was so fun and like I don't know, colorful almost to watch, like the different types of shots that they used in that film. And every time I watch it, I geek out about it even more. I'm like, oh, that was so good.
It's funny because like I really love how diverse our picks are. It's really nice. Best cinematography kiss I gave to Jaron Blaschke for The Lighthouse.
Yes, I knew Lighthouse.
this-
'Cause that was also
So good.
those. Fun fact: the three movies that we discussed were the three up for me for cinematography because I was like, "Dang, it's so good."
Yeah,
that was one of the things I was thinking about too. It's
Yeah.
like, but I had to go with One Cut of the Dead.
Because I thought about it when I was looking at the fun facts because the Lighthouse they use that specific like camera lens or camera in general to take those shots, which is just
And it was all in black and white, and
all in black and white and all in the what do you call it the
4:8 aspect ratio, so
Right.
16:9 or the other one I can't remember.
right, which is so specific and very purposeful.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that Barry Peterson did Game Night. Probably should credit him specifically.
Nice. Good job, Barry.
Go Barry! Gary?
Gary? Oh. Totally forgot. I'm like, wait, what?
Wait, who?
Did I mishear it?
Oh, no. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change Best Supporting Actor, Gary. All the way.
Before, yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, he was so funny.
Before moving on to the top and worst
Oh
three,
wait, we got to
Wait,
do
special
the
we gotta
special
do
effects.
right. That's
Oh,
was
okay.
good. There-
We keep
hence the
interrupting
word before we get to.
I thought you were going
Well,
to say something
you.
else.
Yeah. We just love to interrupt what you're saying, Nick.
You're supposed to be the interrupting Cal. He goes, "Shut up, motherfucker!"
I was just thinking that. I was like, what was it?
What was it?
Shut up, motherfucker.
What the hell's wrong with this cow?
What the hell is wrong with this cow?
Moo.
Ooh.
I have nipples, Gray. Can you milk me?
Hark.
All right, so for the best special effects kiss, I gave it to Benoit Lestang. It's either Latang or Lestang for Martyrs. And here's the not so fun fact: he committed suicide before the movie came out.
Really?
And I'm like,
no.
oh God, if he was already in a bad place and
That
he's now on
film.
this film,
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so rest in
That's
peace, buddy.
horrible.
But
Way to
yeah,
bring us down.
that I gave it for best special effects because the way everything looked hyper realistic, sounds horrible. The practical effects, I sometimes they differentiate between practical and special because special includes computer graphic technology, but for me it's all in the same umbrella for rating.
Yeah.
So even though a large part of that was practical,
Right.
I'm gonna give it to Benoit Lestang or
Yeah.
Latang.
That's really good.
My movie was Cool Cat Saves the Day.
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, I swear to God.
It wasn't the green screen
right
that
now.
like freaking.
Oh yeah, you know what? Baby cat was that the one with the big old green screen? Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
I put down the lighthouse because they did have like the different like the tentacles and then just the things in the water and then just
On the mermaid
him
too.
Very Lovecrafty.
him
Yeah.
being like and him being just like seeing one thing but experiencing another thing.
Yeah, that's good.
So you gave it the award for tentacles. Why are you giggling?
No.
Listen. No reason.
It was a seagull.
It was Sully.
Sully, yeah.
Sully the seagull. Yeah. Oh my God. When he bashes that seagull against the rock. Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Sully, no.
I'm glad that was like a special effect. It wasn't like a real seagull.
No, it was Sully.
He's dead.
Stunt double. Sully's like, you come on in.
Sully's like, I'll take
Sully
a 5-minute
sitting in
break.
his chair, watching this.
It's all these farts. It's the farts.
My top special effects went to One Cut of the Dead. That's where I gave it
Yeah.
because I was like, God, to be able to do that, honestly, that well of special effects within the time frame that they had to
Right.
do it all in one shot,
Just a brush and
not
a
getting
bucket.
caught. You even see it,
8
they're like,
days to
flip it.
shoot.
And he's like
Like,
blowing
yeah.
in that thing, trying to make the blood come out.
right, like the effort that it took to do all of the special effects and for them to not look shitty is
Right.
wild. Like every other movie that we watched with shitty special effects needs to step it the fuck up because they did not have a budget.
Right.
They had people who were dedicated. That's what they had.
And they were students. They weren't even like
Yes.
masters of their craft or anything like that.
Right? Like I just
Yeah, biker
Kiss for
warrior babe
all of
versus
them.
babies
oh
from
my
hell.
God. Ugh. Yeah. That'll come up later.
I'm sure.
So our top 3.
Yo, we're gonna do
Alright.
top 3? Okay. I was
Yeah.
thinking. Wait. Let's top
What were
3.
you
Top three. Top 3. Did you want to do the worst? I feel like we should end it on the worst.
Yeah,
3.
let's do the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what made me stop and just go. No,
Yeah,
no,
you
keep
know
going,
what?
keep
Yeah,
going, keep
okay.
going.
Best 3.
All right. So I feel like One Cut of the Dead.
For top 3, that's my second.
That's
of my
my
top
third.
3.
That's my first.
Really? It's so good. Yes. That's my third though, for sure. Okay.
All right.
Perks of Being a Wallflower.
That's
Yep,
my
that's
one.
my second.
That's my second.
That's my number one.
Oh,
That's my
oh.
second.
hold up.
All right. What was,
Nick?
what was it?
Nick?
What's the third?
Yeah.
The lighthouse.
Yes. That was my third.
That was my first. Hold on. Did we
Tremendous.
all have the 3 same movies but in different
different
Yes.
orders, yeah.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
That is amazing. Oh my God.
That might be like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
That
That's
is
pretty cool.
honestly wild because we, obviously we don't
Congratulations.
talk about it beforehand. So the fact that
Right.
we all had the
Right.
same.
So congratulations on the Kiss Top Movie Awards.
Top
One
movie.
Cut
Right.
of the Dead
Now that we
Yes.
told you all that, they're going to make so
Perks.
much money because of
and
us.
the Lighthouse.
Yeah, because they didn't make that much.
Yeah. Perks of Being a Wallflower, One Cut of the Dead, and the Lighthouse.
In the lighthouse.
Ding,
Heart.
ding.
So good.
So
good.
our
Okay, but we
worst.
have
How do we want to do the
yes.
worst?
All right.
So unfortunately, because we did the best, we have to do the worst. Okay?
Unfortunately, I am ready to shit on these movies. Don't get me wrong here. Don't say unfortunately. They deserve it.
All right. So, as Jeff Goldblum once said, that's a huge pile of shit.
That in Jurassic Park, if you didn't know.
This is yeah, we just misquote other quotes from movies as characters, but then say the actor and then say that's what they said about products or movies or whatever. That'd be great.
Okay, so before we get started, can we just take out one movie because I didn't get to actually formally put my ratings down because I was sick that time.
Oh yeah, sick, quote unquote.
Are you
Drunk.
talking about the biker warrior babe? Okay, well,
Well,
damn it.
Too bad, because that's on my list.
That is also on my list.
But there was another one that was just as equally.
well,
you could put it on your
put it on
list.
your list.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, we're not delisting.
I was gonna
Oh, I
say.
thought this was a 3. Okay.
Oh,
I guess
no,
we're
no,
just
no.
doing 3 individual.
Yeah,
right,
It just
right.
happened to be that our 3 individual best were also
one.
That
everyone's
means they should
best.
go into a special category of like
overall
best recommended films of 2024, and we list those three.
We list
okay,
those three because damn.
Three movies.
It is kind of wild that we all named the same three movies.
Oh yeah.
The three we should not recommend.
Yeah, that I will forever not recommend. I'm gonna go for my third.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my third, and you're maybe gonna hate me for this, Sam. Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving was my third one.
Was it really?
Yes.
Thanksgiving's my third one.
That was so horrible, but gobble gobble motherfucker is the only good thing about that movie.
That is so
I'm your dad.
funny. I was like, oh, I'm going to get so much hate for putting it in my third.
No.
The reason why we watch it is because it is shitty.
Yeah. And the only good thing about it is gobble gobble motherfucker.
Oh, man.
All right, number 2.
Cool Cat.
That's your second?
That's your second?
That's your second.
Oh, is it Mortal Instruments is one?
No.
Okay, I would be wounded. My soul would be wounded. Is it your second, Mortal Instruments?
No.
Oh, okay. Mine is the Biker Warrior Babe.
That's my
versus
second.
the Zombie Babies from Hell. I think we may have the same list.
Had I rated that movie, I probably would have also rated that.
Second.
My number one is Cool Cat and the
yeah,
Saves
my
the
number one
Kids.
is Cool Cat.
Yeah.
My number
so
one
we have
was,
the exact same picks.
Yes, we do.
My number one was All Through the House.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh!
All Through the
Sorry,
House.
That is
Jamie.
so funny.
Nothing was stirring, not even a dick.
Not even a bag
It was
of
just
dicks.
weird. It was just like, couldn't even make nonsensical stuff about that.
That
shit.
is wild.
I just enjoyed the guy's sister who he cast to do all those things. Now wear this costume.
Wear this
Get in the
Alice
cage.
in Wonderland
Get in the cage.
Spirit Halloween dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
no.
like Girl in Strangeland.
I'm so honestly though, can we talk about how you put that worse than Cool Cat?
Yeah. I'd rather watch Cool Cat than that.
Ooh, because I felt nauseated watching Cool Cat.
That's a take. That's a take. Interesting.
It was probably just because of that one scene with the hot cop, but you know.
The
hot cop in Cool Cat.
porno cop. Daddy.
God, I think I'd
there was-
rather go through waterboarding again.
In All
than
Through
watch
the
Cool
House,
Cat.
there was nothing redeemable about that movie.
Not the lady who imagined being used by a bunch of mannequin Santas. That wasn't redeemable.
Oh,
Or the fact our
man.
main character ran around the same house trying to run away.
Well, yes. That's why it's non-redeemable. That's why it's number one.
She literally just
Not
went
the
around the
worst
house
movie.
and went into the sliding glass door and be like, I'm safe. Wait, I'm back in the same house?
I'm back in the building again.
And then she had a fucking fight with a geriatric woman, pretty much.
Exactly. That's why it's number one.
Oh my God, it's so
See,
funny.
that's funny that one did not make my list. It is very funny to me that Nick and I have the exact same ranking for the 3 worst films.
Yeah. We may have differing opinions, but it looks like when it comes to the best things and the worst things, we're kind of on
We're
the
pretty
same.
much on the same.
It's the middle stuff
It's
that
the middle stuff that we're like, interesting.
But
Yeah, wow.
yeah.
All right. So,
Cool Cat saves the lighthouse.
Cool Cat. Cool Cat saves nothing.
Biker Warrior
imagine
Babe versus
Cool
One
Cat
Cut of the
in One
Dead.
Cut of the Dead.
There you go. That would be it. And Thanksgiving of being a wallflower.
Gobble gobble,
The perks of-
motherfuckers.
Perks
As
of
he like,
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the
as
perks of
he eats
Thanksgiving.
like the mushrooms and he gets high. And then the girls are like, "Oh, so can you imagine? What's her name? Hermione Granger. What's her
Emma
name?
Watson?
Emma Watson saying like something about John Bonet.
John Bonet. Oh my God, I was at home for the holidays, right? And my parents have Netflix, which I do not. And did you know that there's a new documentary?
Documentary.
Thank you. I don't know why I said it weird, but a documentary about John Bonet Ramsey. And the first thought I had was, oh, her legs are harder to close than the John Bonet Ramsey case. But I couldn't say that aloud.
No context.
Family.
My whole family would be like, what? The hell are you spouting?
You just look over, you're like, think about it.
Secretly, my dad high fives me. Just kidding.
And your dad doesn't really know why he's high-fiving you.
That's funny. All right. Well, that's our episode for the last episode, I should say, for season 1.
Woo.
We'll be back with season 2 with some picks of
flicks.
winter flicks, winter stuff to watch during winter
Winter.
when you got like snow outside.
Winter.
And it's cold.
It's cold.
Because
Turkey
maybe it's
dinner.
cold outside.
You ever have like, a family member or maybe your own father say, it's colder than a witch's tit?
No, but you say that to me all the time.
No.
I just go around saying it's a little bit nippy.
It's a bit nipply out.
It's a bit nipply. The hell does that mean?
It's very erect.
Ooh, that's what I should say this winter. Oh, it's erect out here. But wouldn't that be the opposite? I mean, I don't have one.
I can cut glass with these things.
No, like
Oh, those are erect.
We were talking about nipples
Yes,
the
I
entire time.
understand. You say erect, I think of
Okay.
one thing.
My
I
God.
think it's a samurai sword out here.
It's a samurai sword out here. It's up and slightly to the right.
Shink.
It's a Wolverine snickety snick.
Anywho.
All right, I guess that's our final thought. Erect.
Yeah, erect.
final thought. Bye.
Bye. Bye. See you next year.